Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Brain Art. My name is Ranjit Sakhu. I'm the director and founder of Brain Art UK, and we're just going to use this as a short video just to talk about what the vision is, what we're about, and what we hope for young people through this whole process. So I'll talk about the vision first of all. I've written down some notes. So I'm just going to quote from the notes that I've written in regards to the vision. So the vision of Brain Art is to develop young minds to use creativity in all aspects of their life as they develop and grow. This creativity will provide them with emotional stability, resilience, and problem-solving skills to support their future. Now, given the situation that we're in at the moment, where a lot of children are at home having to educate themselves from home, it's more so important now than ever before that we provide them with emotional support, provide them with the opportunities to be resilient and learn those skills, um, because it could be months before we actually do return back to school, and by that point, how are students going to actually be able to handle being back in that environment? Are they going to be able to cope with it? Are they going to be ready for it? So there's a lot of changes happening with young people, and I think the young, specifically the primary age children, are going through a lot of changes at the moment. They're not used to this change. So what I'm hoping is that the creative curriculum can provide some of that emotional resilience, emotional support, where they can actually reflect emotionally on the work that they're doing, and reflect on the emotional experiences they're having through art. It's not just a one-off exercise. This will actually help them as they go through their art education, especially at GCSE, especially at A level, and even at degree and beyond, where basically if they can connect emotionally with their work and write and reflect on their experiences, it's a massive part of the development of the subject of the course. The other things I want to talk about are just basically what Brain Art is focusing on. Now we're focusing on specifically working with primary age children because we believe that the earlier the intervention is, the more successful it's going to be as they grow older and they go through their education. But the creative curriculum is important because it can actually help them learn to learn, basically, using those learning skills to help them with revision, to have visualization of what they're learning, and also for memory retention, which is an important part of the revision process as well. So all these skills that we teach early on will then directly help them in the long run to develop those skills when it comes to studying. When we take it for granted that students can just study and revise and actually learn a piece of work, but there is a skill to it, and we're hoping that through creativity, through visuals, that actually support them through that process in the long run. Just going on to my other notes. So the big challenges at the moment in primary is that there's no longer compulsory education for children in arts. It really depends on the school and where they're at with their delivery of the curriculum. Especially now with SATs exams, it's become such a big focus on year fives and year sixes to be ready for those exams that they do miss out on other aspects of the curriculum that they used to engage with. And this is another reason why Brain Arts kind of come about, is to support those children, support those families to engage in another way to access academia and to become more successful in that way, through creative subjects. I've been When I started my teacher training back in 2007, one of the bits of research I came across was a study in America in the 1970s where um, basically a group of students were doing maths on their own, and another group were doing maths and art combined. And the students who actually did the maths and art were able to access um, the questions in a different way, were able to actually perform better than the students just focus on maths alone. So there is a clear link between academics and creativity work kind of together, work in harmony. And without the creative side, it actually means that the academics will not be as successful as they would do if unless they actually have that creative curriculum, and develop that as part of their brain as well. I'll quote something from a Guardian article which was written in 2018, and within it it says, let me just get it again. So I'll just find it. Sorry, bear with me for a sec. So yeah, so a quote from The Guardian in 2018 mentions Feversham Primary School in Bradford, and it recently made the headlines for its focus on teaching the arts, particularly music, which has led to improved pupil outcomes. Um, and I think this also backs up another method which is set up by the Steiner schools, which were invented by Rudolf Steiner in 1919 in Germany. Within that, I'll quote from what they've said as well, that this type of schooling is repeated worldwide for its ability to produce very able people who have a strong sense of self and diverse capacities that enable them to become socially and economically responsible citizens. So those two quotes combined have kind of given me more of a motivation to show why brain art is so important at the moment, but also beyond this whole period that we're going through at the moment with the lockdown. Um, I guess it's a really important thing to be able to say that creative subjects can actually help develop the brain and actually help academic subjects like your maths, like your English, like your sciences, and that's why the content of our curriculum at Brain Art is linked to those subjects as well. At the moment, it's very early. We're still trying things out. We're still trialing things. We've got content on brainartuk.co.uk. We've got stuff that's on YouTube. We're uploading stuff on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So please check us out. I hope that this short video gives you a bit of an idea of where we're coming from with this. The key thing is that without the creative curriculum, we feel that the academic subjects will not be as successful. And that's why we want this for your child and why we want you to try and engage with this and why we're setting this whole company up really. My long-term plan is not just to focus on Leicester, but obviously beyond in the whole Midlands and hopefully nationally. And obviously, what I'm doing on social media, it's all free. We're not charging for anything on that. We're all our workshops that we've been running recently have been free. Eventually, the plan is to set up 10-week courses for families for their children to attend, and they will be established in due course in the coming months. And they will be an opportunity to focus on one key area of the curriculum, like English, like science, like maths for 10 weeks. And by the end of it, they'll perform an exhibition, they'll participate in an exhibition of their work and show off to everyone what they've done basically over that period of time. Like I said, it's still a work in progress. I'm still learning my way with this business, and I hope that it will get me in a position where I can go full time with it and I can actually start to work with more people across the region and hopefully across the country. So, like I said, check us out on brainartuk.co.uk. Check us out on Facebook on the Brain Art page. Check us out on Instagram on the Brain Art UK page, and also on LinkedIn as well if you have access to that. So, apologies for not uploading enough stuff recently. I'm working on it. I'll get some more stuff uploaded in the coming days and weeks as well. So, until then, I'll see you soon and keep in touch and check us out on social media. Bye.